Donald Duck received a golden ticket in the mail. One free day pass to super fun park. It was his lucky day. He immediately called his nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and they all piled into the car, buzzing with excitement for a day of roller coasters, games, and cotton candy. The first challenge began before they even entered the park. The parking lot was a massive, confusing maze. Donald, determined to get the closest spot, engaged in a slow-motion, furious race with Gladstone Gander, who effortlessly glided into the last spot right in front of him. Donald had to park in the Zimbabwe zone, which felt like a mile away. At the entrance, Donald's ticket got stuck in the turnstile. The more he pushed, the more tangled he became. By the time an employee freed him, he was wrapped in the metal arms like a frustrated pretzel, while his nephews walked through easily, shaking their heads. Thirsty from the long walk, Donald bought a giant, triple-sized soda. As he turned to show the boys, a dancer in a giant cartoon dog costume bumped into him. The soda launched into the air, did a perfect flip, and landed squarely on Donald's head, the cup acting like a hat, dripping sticky liquid down his face. He decided to win back his dignity at the carnival games. He chose whack-a-mole. As the moles popped up, Donald whacked them with furious intensity. He was doing great until he got overexcited, missed a mole, and whacked the game itself so hard the entire booth short-circuited, lighting up and ringing every bell and siren at once. Next was the park's biggest roller coaster, the Feathered Fury. Donald strapped in confidently, but as the ride plunged and twisted, his famous temper got the best of him. He shook his fist at the loops, causing his safety bar to loosen slightly. He spent the rest of the ride desperately clutching his hat with one hand and the bar with the other, screaming not from fear, but from pure, unadulterated rage. After the ride, dizzy and disoriented, Donald realized he'd lost the nephews. He ran through the park yelling, Huey, Dewey, Louie. He found them calmly getting their faces painted. They hadn't even noticed he was gone. They went into the happy, haunted mansion. Donald, trying to be brave for the boys, jumped at every little pop-up ghost. In his panic, he accidentally grabbed what he thought was a support beam. It was a lever that controlled the ride. He plunged the entire mansion into a real blackout, trapping everyone inside for 10 minutes until the lights flickered back on. Finally, it was time for lunch. Donald loaded his hot dog with a mountain of ketchup. As he took a giant bite, a kid on a spinning ride next to the eatery yelled, "Faster!" The centrifugal force launched a rogue French fry from the ride, which hit Donald's hot dog like a missile, launching the entire amount of ketchup onto his white chest, making it look like he'd been in a tomato-based accident. Determined to win a prize, he spent a small fortune on the water gun race game. He was winning, leaning forward with intense focus. But he leaned too far. His stool tipped over, and he fell forward, his water gun shooting a perfect, powerful stream directly into the face of the game attendant.